How are you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day or an evening or a morning, wherever you may be. Welcome back to A Little Lemon True Crime. To all those that are returning, welcome in if you're new. Talking about the Nolan Wells case today, and what I really want to know today, and yeah, we're going to pull some cards, is I want to know what happened on Horn Island. I want to understand the situation. Now, not a lot of people seem very focused on the female energy, Katie. But when I did a reading, the only readings that I've done on Nolan, a female energy and her family surrounded Nolan. And it looked like somebody was very jealous over the female. So, that in mind, I really want to understand if something happened to Nolan while everybody was there, or did he leave with somebody? Was he staying on the island? What do the energies tell us? So I'm going to pull some cards. I want to say hello to my beautiful audience, whether you're in the live or you're in the replay. Thank you so much for the support on the channel. We're going to be using the True Crime, oh, I almost dropped it, Oracle deck. And I'll do a reading real quick. Now, we're on video 2 of 3, meaning I have another live after this. And yes, it is about Nolan Wells. I'm stuck on the case. I can't help it. I go where I'm drawn to, and that's where I'm drawn. Now, in that live, I'm going to give the questions over to you, meaning you get to ask the questions. All right, my lovelies? With that being said, I'm getting the cards shuffled here. I'll give my disclaimer. And that disclaimer is, I'm not a psychic. I don't play one on TV. I'm not a medium. I don't talk to the dead. I don't use spirit boxes. I don't channel anybody's energy. All I am is close to God, my Savior. Jesus Christ, my Savior. And I believe that Jesus can talk to us through any means that we want. As well as, as they say, we are a free will. And I'm letting you know now, no other source of energy is being used or allowed to use my readings other than Jesus Christ himself. And so, with that being said, that's the permission that I give. I'd like to understand more about Nolan Wells and Horn Island for the last time. Show me the energy of, in the sequence of events, if you would, what took place for Nolan. Well, you guys, look at this. We got cover up, which is what we're all, we suspect, is that it could be a cover up. But what came out with it is interesting because this person has a microphone, celebrity, somebody that's in the public's eye. Now, don't think of necessarily celebrity as a singer, just because there's somebody with a mic here. This is just somebody in the public's eye. This could be a teacher. This could be a doctor. This could be a judge. You know what I'm saying, Bern? Mm-hmm. All right, let's continue to see what else. So it looks to me like it's a cover-up by somebody that is in the public's eye. Now, we've been doing tarot a long time, 6 years. And if I was wrong a lot, you'd think people would quit watching, right? But we have a really good track record here, so we're going to keep going. Here we go. Oh, more stuff just flipped. All right, so let's see what we have. We're going to go cover up and celebrity. We have inside. Does that mean inside job? Inside the boat? Inside a dwelling? I don't know. It just says inside. Oh my God. Look. A tunnel. Oh Lord. Okay, so it could be tunnel vision. Intuition. All right. I'm being urged to use my intuition just like you. Okay, we've got intuition. So inside tunnel vision, inside job, insider. This gives us a tunnel. I don't think it's literal because it's also saying intuition. Let's get the truth oracle out and let me understand this. Inside tunnel, intuition. Inside tunnel, intuition. Oh my gosh. I have not had that happen in a long time. Hold on. That was wild. The cards exploded on the floor. We have clown, a performance, camouflage, laugh at, revenge. And then, I don't like that, revenge, camouflage, like somebody is. Okay, and then we have waste, worthless, mouse, feeling small. Look at the booze. Somebody feeling small, and I believe that they felt jealous. Okay, that was wild. Let me just make sure I don't have any other cards on the floor. I'm going to move this because they did shoot under there. Nothing. Okay. All right. I feel very uneasy, almost like Batman with this, like the Joker card, the wild card, the ha 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 ha. I don't know, something weird. And we have this trash, worthless, waste. Let's understand a lot more going forward using the tarot. Okay. Marty says, Mama D, I got my new coffee mug. I'm in love with it along with the new cards. Well, awesome, Marty. That is so cool. That is so very cool. And thank you again, love. I'm just grateful that you guys go to the store and get this, order the stuff because then I can send you awesome stuff. Lovers, I'm telling you, this is about a relationship. This is about a relationship. Someone saw Nolan as trash and they were like, this is laughable. With the strength card on the bottom of the deck with the King of Swords and Temperance. All three of them tell me that there's protection by a law that isn't mixing well with everybody else. Somebody's protected by the law. This strength card is protection. And some people read traditional tarot. I read true crime tarot, which is similar. But I mean, we're not reading about ordinary lives. We're reading about possible crimes. And in that, the King of Swords is somebody that is upright. They hold their sword upright. Generally speaking, this is somebody of authority, a king that sits on a throne. And often it is like a judge. This could be protection of it, by a judge. But we have Archangel Michael, Sagittarius, and this is Temperance saying something didn't mix well. Something didn't mix well. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to clean up the board, and I want to walk the deck with you. How much time do we have? We have 15 minutes. I want to walk the deck. So, let's put all these cards aside, and let's just get ready to walk the deck. I want the sequence of events on Horn Island. And it does appear that there is a lover involved. It's a female. There's a female involved. And we know that Nolan was allegedly did talk to a female. This is around that female. This energy is cutting the deck. First part of the story. We've got the King of Wands. We'll set this right here and come back to it. We have the King of Wands. This is somebody that's passionate. They're fiery. They're unpredictable. They've got the salamanders on their cloak, right? And they want victory. They want to win. They want to feel powerful. They want, they've got quite a bit of ego. They're up on their high horse, 6 of Wands. And they want victory over a stinky idea, something that they don't like. They don't like something. They're not approving it. They've actually got their back towards this little page. So this King of Wands, which is older than the page, all right, does not approve of this little stinky, I say stinky because it's a fish in the cup, right? Page cup in the tarot is a stinky offer. He doesn't approve of this. He doesn't approve of Nolan. This little King of Wands, who's older than the page, does not approve of Nolan getting attention. He does not approve of Nolan feeling like Nolan feels victorious and confident and so forth. He's not approving of this. And he wants it to stop. He wants to lay it to rest. This person has passed away. They're on a coffin. This is 4 of Swords. And this is laying something to rest. All the swords are down. All the swords are down, meaning no more talk. So at this point, there's an offer of happiness. And we have the Queen of Swords to the Empress. Hold on. This is strange. This would suggest, if I just read it like it straight up is, that there's an, like I said, a stinky offer. This man sees this as a stinky offer. However, the offer is made for happiness. But this is also the family card. Maybe it's an offer to come back. My family will bring you back on the boat. There's just something saying an offer made by family. But then we have this person that's like, this is a motherly figure and this is a queen. There are 2 females involved here. We have somebody that's hard set in their values. They see things as one way, the Queen of Swords. She's like, listen to me, Empress. So this could be Katie, technically. Remember, it's all alleged, all in my humble opinion. Do your own research, form your own opinion. The Empress could be Katie. This is a female saying, we got to talk. We got to talk. I've got my sword up. We've got to talk about this offer that you made. The Queen's not sitting well. Queen of Swords is not okay with this offer. In fact, she sees it as a nightmare, like it scares her. It keeps her worried. There's something that, and is stealing maybe her sleep. She feels like she's worried about this person being untrustworthy, someone she can't trust. And then we have this abandonment. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I'm coming up top sides. What this reading is saying, and I'm just going to give it to you, and I've never had to just jump into this because I've never seen this before. What this reading is implying is that a female, I'm not going to name names, a female offered something to Nolan, perhaps a ride back in a boat. But this is saying that it didn't work out that way. there are people not happy with this female being interested in this boy, Nolan. This is suggesting that it's possible with the liar cheater card and the abandonment card that someone is lying and actually purposely abandoned Nolan overboard in the middle of nowhere. As if to say, I'm just going to come out and say it, is it possible from what I'm seeing in the cards that Nolan was led astray, that he had a ride back, but these people really saw him as a threat because he was talking to this girl. And so they were like, when we get out in the water, we'll see how good he swims. And they left him, abandoned him overboard. Because this is, according to the reading, this is all about a female. Look at this. So that's why I was like, oh my gosh. All right. Let me pick it up and show you where it all came in at. I'm going to pick them up in the same order. So this little empress has told her family, who are like, oh, no, nay, we're not doing this, right? She's told them, hey, I made an offer, whatever that offer is, okay? This offer is not okay with this family. They aren't going to have it. This causes them worry. They feel threatened in some way. They see this person as somebody that they would not trust. They do not want them in the family. They do not want them around this empress. And they are going to end up lying themselves. And they're going to abandon Nolan. I've been thinking of the name Jaden now. It's repetitive in my head every time I think of Nolan, and I don't know why. Somebody said that it is, or gave me a post that it is Nolan's brother, and I don't know why I'm thinking of Jaden. So if anybody knows why I would be thinking of Jaden, I don't think he did nothing. I just think maybe Nolan has a message for his brother or something. Anyway, it's about the female, and they want him separate from the female permanently. And that's regretful because it's spilt water, it's spilt cups, it's going overboard in a sense of it's overflowing. It's like they tossed him out of the boat. And that was the plan, to take him out to water. Say, yeah, you got to ride with us, boy. I don't know why I'm saying it that way because I'm not racist, but this person is. And they were defending their property, their family, in the sense they didn't want Nolan there. It's definitely family, somebody that's known this girl forever, even since birth, and they're defending her in a sense because they feel that this is not good for her. Not a good influence is what I'm feeling. Now let's walk the other part of the deck, or the rest of this part. So we have a witness to this exchange that happened. All right. So a witness, somebody that dug into it and saw it. And there was this exchange of strength overpowering this person. And it was family that overpowered. A motherly instinct kicked in over Katie. Like this sister of Katie's took a motherly role. Because they felt Katie had went rogue or something. And there are secrets that aren't telling about this bonding between Nolan and Katie. It's deeper than what we originally thought. We have something long-term. Something that's been kept secret. But then the offer became known that they wanted to be more than just, hey, how are you, acquaintances? And that they actually want to begin a relationship. Maybe the pawn, the page, the young one, made it clear. And they were like, hey, come on this ride. You know, the chariot's a ride. I'm getting confirmation, Ace of Swords. So that's what led them to being defensive of Nolan because they saw him as a threat. And it's because of what this boy was offering caused a dispute, something that they didn't like. So they got a plan to create an illusion. This is almost like a self-imprisonment, a mental self-imprisonment of this plan is going to put him in a bad place. But it will cause the tower, which takes Nolan's life. And it's going to get a great deal of attention. And we have a new beginning in life. So we have the tower to the star card to a new beginning. It was almost like they wanted to remove their burdens, 10 of Wands, of these Romeo and Juliet, which are two different races, right? And it was going to cause a lot of confusion. So they wanted to close the cycle down, shut it down, the world card, also known as travel because you travel the world. So they wanted to shut this down. And so it wasn't mixing well with them. They didn't want the blood to mix in the two families. Let's get into the rest of the deck. We're on track. We have the Sun. This was swift action, and it was death. Something to do with over and over repetitive, maybe work, career, money, of betrayal. So this is something that they were constantly feeling betrayed about. And so they've kept the secret. And I feel like they tried to show Katie other men and she only liked the one. And you know what I mean? Like she had a thing for Nolan. We have this Queen of Pentacles, which can be a little bit of a stuck energy, but it's not bad. It's like stuck on something in a way that is solid with integrity and dignity, like true. And there was communication that was suppressed by someone that had laid the law down in the family and said, hey, we're cutting this shit out. You're not going to get hung up on this dark night. You know what I'm saying? This is so sad, y'all. And so a fight broke out where they abandoned. This is abandonment. Nolan. We have the Emperor and the King of Cups. The Emperor represents the boss. The King of Cups is somebody that was deep in their feels and a decision. So the Emperor can be FBI. It can be Attorney General. It can be the Circuit Court. It could be the Supreme Court. We have this person in their feels and they're toxic. They're obsessed. There was a lot of drinking and a lot of meeting with Nolan. And that's when they passed judgment on Nolan. They took swift action because they were concerned about his phallic nature, meaning he is a masculine. They have a female, right? And they worried that this was going to leave him stuck, so they took the boat ride. Here's the boat ride. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, which means this has happened in the past. They may have hung him upside down. Normally this is get a new perspective, but right now I feel like they legitimately hung him out to dry over the boat. And that was their view of justice in the eye of the beholder, is to betray him, 10 swords in the back, and leave him for dead. That's all the deck. It's all of it. Okay. I'm just telling you, this feels like a female's jealous family that does not want this relationship. This mixed race relationship is what it feels like. Doesn't mean that I'm factually right. No. That's what I'm seeing right now. We're going to have, yeah, she had relatives on the boat. Yes. It was her brother-in-law and someone else that's related to her. Yes. Bonafide says, I hate that I have to run, but I'm going to finish watching replay. Have a great weekend, Bonafide. Thank you for tuning in. She was used to lure him so they could hurt him and later dump him back at sea. Maybe. in the beginning of all of this, my opinion is that I thought Katie's family that came to pick her up, she was the first one that made the statement. I don't know. Are you ready to ask the questions yourself? Because you're far better at asking those questions than I am. And I think a lot of questions deserve answers here. Now, I'm not saying for sure that's what happened. I'm saying that's what I'm interpreting from what the cards are saying. Okay? It looks to me very strongly that there is a female involved and that this is a family thing that did not approve of Nolan having a relationship at all with this female, and that they were like, we'll give you a ride back. And that he took the ride, and they were like, how fast can you swim? And he couldn't swim because he was in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. That's what my cards are showing me at this time. Maybe I'm interpreting it wrong. Maybe I'm not. All right, my lovelies, get ready to ask the questions. I invite all of you to tune in. Private Eyes, get your questions ready. I'm totally ready for you. I will see you in just a few moments. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for hyping the video. You guys have been pushing us up through the roof on this channel, and I so greatly appreciate that. It allows us to have a strong voice for the voiceless. And with that being said, let's get over and ask your questions. Are you ready? And just like
from the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed in the shadows, my enemies will think that